New at 5, internet giant Google has agreed to destroy billions of data records as part of a settlement. The California-based company is accused of secretly tracking users who thought they were browsing privately. Queen City News Chief Business Correspondent Taylor Young is in the studio with what led up to the lawsuit.
The suit was originally filed back in 2020 by plaintiffs representing millions of Google users. They accuse Google of misrepresenting the kind of data it collects from users who were browsing via the incognito mode on Chrome. According to court filings, Google has agreed to delete millions of data records related to the private browsing searches. The company will also be updating its disclosure to let users know exactly what data it is collecting each time the private search browser is being used. Now, the terms of the settlement indicate that users will not be receiving money as part of the lawsuit. However, some could choose to sue individually.
Taylor, let's bring in Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes into this conversation. I mean, everyone thinks that when they use the incognito mode, I use it to search for flights, that you're not being tracked. So, but let's talk about this settlement. So, how did we get here, and what comes next?
Well, you got to think about it. We had the gold rush in 1840 something, right? We had the oil boom in the 1920s, and then after the tech bubble bursted in early 2000s, everything after that, big tech realized that the money really wasn't in the information that they were holding, but rather the users that were using their technology. That information was probably worth more than gold and oil combined. And so they started gathering it and holding it in vast numbers. Google holds more data than anyone else. If you read the small print, and most people don't, Google collects 39 individual data points on you. And so this is all about data. They're trying to figure out how they can get access to it. So creating this incognito mode was supposed to be a way that they were not capturing or retaining your data. That's what we all believed, but they were capturing it. What Google says is we were capturing it, but we weren't keeping it on an individual basis. But the individuals that filed suit was saying, no, we signed up for incognito mode believing that when we used it, you weren't capturing our data at all. They were asking for $5 billion across the board from the very beginning. The settlement, as we mentioned in the last piece, they didn't get any dollar amount. However, this did allow them Google to say they will delete the information they were holding in the past.
Well, you have to wonder if the damage has already been done, right? They already have had the information, and they say, yeah, sure, we'll delete it. We don't need it anymore.
Right, right. And you got to think about it quickly. If they say Google's argument was we didn't attribute your data to you, right? But if you could say I can aggregate all of the data for 25-year-old white women that are searching for this type of flights or for shopping mugs, then I don't have that individual user, but I can give you a group. I'm pretty sure they still bundled it together and sold it. And so while they say yeah, we can happily get rid of it now because it's old data, we're looking for the new data
now.
Right.
What's the next thing, right? So speaking of what's the next thing, what happens to Google now? Are they at risk of more lawsuits from this?
100%. While Google seemed to be happy through their spokesperson that this was settled, they said this was a meritless claim and that the individuals that wanted $5 billion got absolutely nothing, got $0 in the long run. What I can tell you is that it did not close the door on future lawsuits. And so while they have admitted that we were capturing this data, the lawsuits I think will come in vast numbers because individuals that were not aware of what they were signing up for, and it may be somewhere in that middle ground where Google was saying, look, this is what we're attempting to gather, but as you're getting more information piling in, figuring out how you utilize it. One thing I thought was key when we talk about future lawsuits, part of this time frame is that Google is not going to allow your information to be shared with third-party users. Well, that to me means that you were selling that information to third-party users and giving them access, and if you're limiting it to that amount, why that short amount of time? The lawsuit probably lives somewhere in that range for me.
Yeah, and I think with all the technology that we have in our homes these days, I think people kind of assume that when they search on the internet that a lot of their information is out there and that can be used for ads and all sorts of stuff.
I would assume, as we quickly wrap, that at the end of the day, if you use any of these items, any big tech program that's out there, they're capturing data and they're selling it.
Yep.
I'm assuming it.
Khalif, thanks.